Hello, math champions. In this video, we are going to learn an interesting relationship between a linear equation and equation of a line in the coordinate system. Okay. For this, you will have to know what is a linear equation. For that, you'll have to know the basics of algebra. Okay. You have to know what is linear. Linear means when the variables have the highest power as 1. An equation means where you have an equal to sign, right? Now here we are seeing a linear equation in two variables. The variables are x and y. But both of them have the highest power as 1. So it's a linear equation. Now, in that word called in the words called linear equation itself, you have a hint equation, and linear means there's a line. Okay, so you also have to know about the coordinate system, means the graphs, right? The basics of graph, like the positive y-axis, positive x-axis, positive negative y-axis, negative x-axis, how to plot the points. These are the things you'll have to know, right? Every point has a coordinate. There's an x coordinate, y coordinate. All these basics you should know. If you do not know all of those things, I highly recommend you to go to my channel and then learn about those things. Then you will understand further about this. If you have not understood that clearly, if you do not know to plot a point, say when I ask you to plot a point -1, 4, if you are not able to do that, then go ahead and learn that one. Then you can come and learn this. Otherwise, you wouldn't have learned about the coordinate system, right? For example, -1 to 4, -1, 4, where will it come? Will it come here or here? Where will it come? Or will it come here? Where will it come? So this is the correct one, right? So if you are not clear about this, go ahead, learn that, and then we can learn this, right? Okay, assuming that you know about these things, let's start with this. I'm saying that there's a connection between this linear equation and equation of a line. Means till now, we know the points have x coordinate to come a y coordinate. It's like -3 is the x coordinate, 2 is the y coordinate. So this is what the representation of a point. But what if I draw a line like this? If it's a straight line, okay? If I draw a line like this, how can I represent that in this coordinate system? And it is said that it can be represented using a linear equation. Okay, so how is that? We will find out by doing two things. First, we have taken a linear equation here, and for this linear equation, we are going to find the coordinates and going to plot it. Later on, we'll take a line on the coordinate system and find the linear equation. When we do both the things, we know that they both are connected. Okay. Now, how do I go about plotting this? If I'm giving this linear equation and I'm asking you to draw this line on the coordinate system, how do I do it? It's very simple. What's the meaning here is 2x plus y is equal to 0 means there's a connection, there's a relationship between x and y, right? That's what is a relationship. And in a line, there's so many points here. There's so many points here. All these points follow a same rule. There's a same connection between x and y. And that connection is what is represented by this linear equation. Okay. So now, if we have to find that, okay, there's a connection here, fine. Let's say x is something, okay? I'm going to take x as 0, okay? When x is 0 in this situation, in this line, in this equation, when x is 0, 2 times 0 plus y is equal to 0. Then what will you get the value of y? Y also must be 0, isn't it? So y also becomes about 0. So one point we got already. What is that point? 0, 0. That is one of our points. Okay. Now, when x is, let's say 2. Okay. When x is 2, in the place of x, I am putting 2. What happens? I get a 4 plus y is equal to 0. Then y is equal to -4, isn't it? So I'm getting a -4 here. When x is, let's say, -1, okay? X is, let's say, -2 now, okay? Instead of 2, I'm going to take -2. X is -2 means plus y is equal to 0 means Minus 4 plus y is equal to 0. That means y is equal to 4. What was my x? X I had taken as minus 2. Then my y came as 4. Okay. Let's take some other value. Okay. Some other value. Let's take, actually 3 points are sufficient for us to draw a line, right? 3 points are sufficient for us to draw a line. Let's try to do that. When we have a 0, 0, what is the coordinate? It is 0, comma 0. And here the coordinate is 2, comma minus 4. Minus 2, comma 4. Okay. Let's take these 3 points and plot it here. Okay. Let's take these 3 points and plot it here. So my point is 0, comma 0 comes here. 2, comma minus 4 comes here. Minus 2, comma 4 comes here. Okay. I have 3 points with me. I have 3 points with me. And I'm going to join all of them and draw a line. Wow. This is nothing but this, the equation of this line is 2x plus y is equal to 0. How can I agree to that? How can I be sure of that, right? If you ask me that, let's take one more situation, okay? Let's take one more situation. Now see here on this straight line, there is this point, correct? This point, let's take a different color so that you can know what am I investigating. I'm basically investigating. I'm seeing whether that is true. What we are saying, a line on a coordinate system is represented by a linear equation. Let's prove that also. Prove to ourselves also. Okay, let's take this point. If this point is also on this line, then it should satisfy this equation. It should make it true. So what are the coordinates of this point? Minus 1, comma 2. Let's see whether putting this in this equation, there is this equation 2x plus y is equal to 0, right? Let's see, let's take only the left hand side of this equation. Left hand of the equation is 2x plus y, isn't it? Let's see whether we can put it and get the same thing as right hand side is 0, right? 2 times x is minus 1 plus y is 2. I'm taking from this. Okay, x is minus 1, y is 2. I have taken that one here. What am I getting? Minus 2 plus 2, which I'm getting 0, which is same as the right hand side of the equation. That means if I am putting x value as minus 1 and y value as 2 here, it is satisfying this equation, and thereby this line is having this equation. Why? Because any point on this is satisfying this equation. So from the equation, we were able to draw a line. This is how we do, and that is how it is connected. Okay. Now let's do the vice versa. Let's take a line and then find out the equation of that line. And that will also be a linear equation with two variables. Why two variables are there? It's because there is a y-axis and there's an x-axis. Every point has some relationship with the x-axis, some relationship with the y-axis, right? That means every point is somewhere connected to x and y. And that is why we are having two variables in that equation. So in this is a two-axis coordinate system. This is one axis. This is another axis. So when it's a two-axis coordinate system, then it's a linear equation with two variables will be there, right? Okay, now let's do the vice versa. What is the vice versa? We have a straight line here, okay? I've already drawn it, okay? There's a straight line here. Now I have to find the equation of it. How do I do it? Okay, so what am I going to do is, there is a standard thing. There's a standard, equation that is called as y is equal to mx plus c. And what is this? Oh, what is all this, right? Let's understand this first. Here you see there's a connection, y is there, x is there, okay? Both are having the power 1, and so it's a linear equation. So finally, we are going to get a linear equation. Now, this is called as the standard equation of of the straight line on this coordinate system. It's called standard. It's a standard. Using this standard, we'll find out. Now, we know x and y. We know x is x-axis, y is a y-axis. What is this m? M is nothing but it's called as a gradient. Gradient of the line. What is a gradient of the line? It's also called as the slope of the line. What is slope of the line? Slope means how much it is tilted, right? It is tilted this much, right? This much it is tilted. Like for example, this much. This one is a higher slope because it's almost almost straight. So this how much it is getting tilted, that is called the gradient or the slope. Now what is this C? C represents the y-intercept, they say. What is that y-intercept? Means where does this line cut the y-axis? Okay. Now you would be wondering, this line does not cut the y-axis at all. Okay. It doesn't cut the y-axis at all. Nothing. We just have to extend it. Because it's a straight line. It can be extended in both the directions. It can be extended. Okay. So I'm not going to extend in the other direction because I need the y-intercept alone. So if I extend this line, it is intercepting at 4, right? So this is called as a y-intercept. Now, what I'm going to do is in the same equation, I'm going to say I know the y-intercept, right? That is a C that I know, right? See, I have got as, I just have to observe that line, extend that line using the scale, draw it in the same way. Means it should not be that you're drawing it like this, right? Because that is not the extension of this line. That would be wrong. It should be a correct extension of the line. And when the correct extension of the line, if you draw and wherever it cuts a y-axis, it's called as a y-intercept. In this situation, the y-intercept is 4. We just have to observe and write. Okay. Now, how do we find a gradient? Okay. Gradient means what is the slope? How much is it is tilted. That is given by, okay, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Now, what is this y2? What is this x2? What is it? Nothing. It's 2 points, okay? That means I have 1 point x1, y1. I have another point x2, y2. So now on the line, I have to identify 2 points, which will give me this x1, y1, x2, y2, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to identify 2 points here, which is easy for me to find out the coordinates also. So this one I'm going to do. This is one thing and this is one thing, let's say, okay? When I'm having these 2 points, okay, x1, okay, let me use a different color. Okay, x1, I have taken 1 point, okay, x1, y1. So what is the x1, y1? x1 is 2, 3. Okay, let me take another point, right? Let me take this point here. That is our x2, y2, which is nothing but 4, 2. Okay, now I have got x1, y1, x2, y2. Now I just have to find out the slope. What is the slope? y2 is 2. y1 is 3. Over x2 is 4. I'm observing here, right? x2 is 4 minus x1 is 2. I'm getting a minus 1 over a 2. So this is my slope. Now I have to just put these things in that standard equation. Okay. So y is equal to m we have got as minus 1 by 2. mx. So x I write as it is. And it's plus c is given as 4 plus 4. Okay. So this is the equation of this line. And you'll be wondering, is it so? We can of course modify this also. Modify means just replacing, only y is on the one side, right? So what we can do is we can simplify it further. It means make it look like this equation. We already had an equation like this, 2x plus y is equal to something like that. But this looks like little has a fraction and all those things. This also is an equation, okay? This is also correct. Or we can also further do what we can do about this is I'll take the plus 4 on the other side. I get y minus 4 is equal to minus 1 by 2x I will get. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to multiply this, 1 by 2, 2 on the other side. So I'm going to get 2y minus 8 is equal to minus 1x. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the x this side and the 8 this side. So what happens? 1x minus 1x when it comes this side, the left side, transposition. For all of this, you'll have to know the basics of algebra. Once you know that, yes, you know to shift it also. X plus 2y and the minus 8, I'm going to transpose to the other side of the equation. I get a plus 8. So yes, see, this also looks like a similar equation, right? It's a beautiful looking. This is also correct equation. Nothing wrong about it. And this is also correct because it's just modified from this side to that side it is gone. That's all. So this is the equation of this line. This is the equation of x plus 2y is equal to 8. Okay. X plus 2y is equal to 8. This is how this equation, this line is represented. Now you'll be wondering, how can I agree to that? How is it correct? Isn't it? Let's verify and see. Let's verify and see. Okay. I'm going to take a point. I'm going to take a point on this line. Let's take this point. Okay. This point. What's the coordinate of this point? It is 6, 1. If 6, if this is the equation of this line, then it should connect even the 6 and the 1, right? Let's see. Okay. The equation is given as x plus 2y is equal to 8, isn't it? Let's see whether the equation is balanced. Left side is equal to right side. So x is 6 plus 2 times 1. How much are we getting it? 6 plus 2 is 8, which is same as what we are having on the right side, isn't it? Okay, you're wondering whether this is correct in this also. We can see that also. Okay, y is what? 1. Okay, minus 1 by 2. X is what? X is 6 plus 4. Okay, minus 6 by 2 is a minus 3 plus 4, and that is same as 1. Right? So this is how I'm saying both the equations are correct. Okay, nothing wrong about any of them. Okay. So how did we start? A quick recap, okay? We have the standard equation y is equal to mx plus c. We just have to understand what's the meaning of those things and we have to put that. For m is a gradient and m gradient is found out by this by this relationship called m is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. For that we take 2 points. Just take 2 points on the line, any 2 points on the line, and you can get your x1, y1, x2, y2. You will get it. From that, you just put it, you will get a m. Now then, C is called as a y-intercept. Means extend the line and see where it intersects the y-axis. Okay, that's very important. And wherever it cuts the y-axis, take that value of y and that will be your C. Okay, that's it. Now plug it in this standard equation, then you get the equation of the straight line. And if you want to make it more beautiful, you can use algebra to move it this side, that side. You will get a beautiful equation also, right? And you can verify it by taking any other point also on the line and it should satisfy correctly. Then your equation is correct. Otherwise, you might have gone wrong somewhere, okay? This is how a linear equation and an equation of a line in the coordinate system are connected. So interesting, isn't it? We were thinking algebra is different, geometry is different, but then we see they both are connected, right? We are using arithmetic also here, right? So all the things in mathematics are connected. Now go ahead, math champions, go ahead and practice a lot and thereby you have become masters. Take some straight lines, form equations. Take some equations. Start plotting points. Okay, start plotting points and then draw lines. Okay, minimum to draw a line would be 2 points, right? At least 2 points you'll have to find out. Means in this scenario, at least this much would be required. Okay, minimum 2 points because without that you will not be able to draw a line, right? Okay, go ahead, practice and then become champions. And champions are always people who practice, master a concept before they go to the next topic. I'll see you in the next video with more interesting concepts on mathematics. Until then, see you. Bye bye.